You don't have to decide tonight. You should take all the time you need.
The point is, if you turn a nice buck on this place today, you can buy a bigger and better place tomorrow.
But I'm not sure I want to go right out and buy a new house. Maybe I want to take some time to travel first. I have relatives scattered all over this country.
I have a terrific idea. Before we go home to spend Christmas with our families, why don't we have a little celebration right here? St. Olaf style.
Now, I will not drink eggnog while wearing a cast iron brassiere.
We don't do that at Christmas. We do that at Easter.
Thanks. If I want to look at pictures, I got a photomat. Besides, Rose brought me. She's waiting outside with the dog. Hey, you ever stick your head out of a car window doing 50? What a rush!
Hello! And who do we have here?
This is my been marking the days off on my big ships of the Navy calendar.
I don't think I can stand it much longer. My body feels like a Corvette up on blocks with its engine racing and the wheels just spinning and spinning with nowhere to go. I feel like I'm going to explode. Dorothy, you have to help me. You have to do something. Oh, I'm sorry. Does Rose know?
No.
Oh, good. I don't think you ought to tell her. After all, she's not as worldly and sophisticated about these things as I am.
Absolutely. If she finds out Danny Thomas is a lesbian, it'll break her heart.
That? Oh, honey, if Rose needs physical therapy, we'll just simply see that she gets it. Hell, that's why houses have mortgages.
You'd do that for her?
Of course.
Honey, we made a pact a few years ago that if anything happened to any one of us, the other three would take care of her. It's sort of an extra insurance policy.
My husband passed away a few years ago.
Oh, I see.
What did you want George for?
I'm selling encyclopedias, and his name was at the top of my list of leads. I hope I haven't bothered you, and I'm truly sorry about your husband.
Oh, now that is really odd. I mean, if he said I know who he is, certainly I'm impressed.
Yeah, well, since I made all this money, you wouldn't believe all the friends I have.
How about this guy? Dorothy, you're every bit as lovely as Stan said you were.
Oh, why, thank you.
Stan.
Yeah, right. Listen.
An explanation. Honey, why don't we ask Blanche?
Oh, I can't talk to Blanche. When I'm upset, everything comes out wrong. Face it, Dorothy, I don't have your quick wit, your conversation skills, your way with
Words?
words. Thank you. I'd probably end up calling.
Never know, because of you. You took away my choices. How can I ever forgive you for that? But maybe, possibly, I've managed to teach them a little something. Now, doing stand-up was like having sex with Stan. I was nervous before. It felt pretty good during it, and I'm absolutely thrilled that I will never have to do it again. George, what do you say? We'd really love to have you.
Maybe some other time. What about forgive and forget, Dot?
I am not Dot. Goodbye, George.
Bye, Dot. Where are you going?
Going to New York.
Great, let's do it. You're not invited, Oliver. I'm going.
Oh,
Excuse me. Are you waiting for the bus to Northern Falls?
No, St. Olaf.
I've visited there. Lovely little town.
Oh, yes, it is.
Rolling
It
hills.
was for 20 minutes. I can't be late. The last time I was late, Ronald gave me the broken hairdryer. I came out looking like Don King.
Ma, please. All my life I've wanted to see Frank Sinatra in concert. I'm not getting off this phone until I get tickets.
What are you talking about? I took you and Gloria to see him at the Paramount Theater. I'll never forget it.
You don't know how to do it.
Oh, no, I know how to do it.
My goodness.
But there's just one little problem. I need a 10-gallon copper pot, 7 feet of aluminum tubing, and a big roll of cheesecloth.
Why didn't you mention this while you were bossing everybody around, Miss Pioneer Dope?
Things were going so...
Nectarine.
That's so sad.
Not sad. Life. Sad is when you have to mash the nectarine with a fork.
It's a shame. Sophia has nothing constructive to do anymore. She needs something to make her feel...
Is this dress me? It's too tight, it's too short, and it shows too much cleavage for a woman your age.
Yes, Blanche, it's you.
Another date with your mystery man?
Oh, he's no mystery man.
No, then how come you've been out with him 4 times? We don't know anything about him.
Well,
Necessary.
That's my line.
Hi, I'd like to order this Borny.
Rose, will you hang that up?
times 500,000. Stan, you're rich. Oh, congratulations. Congratulations. I know I called you a yutz in the past, but what I didn't tell you is that in...
She melted in... Where exactly are your loins?
Rose, it doesn't matter. Just listen. She melted into his arms, faint now with the animal musk of him.
I didn't know people had loins. I've heard a loin of pork.
Initiation banquet.
Oh, Blanche, you're not really going to go through with this, are you?
Well, indeed I am. This club is a link to the proudest of all heritages. Oh, I remember growing up in Atlanta, how all of us girls used to pretend to be Confederate belles and we'd receive gentlemen callers. Got to be like a competition. In fact, I once received 7 callers in one evening.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm just so darn angry. My name's Blanche.
John Quinn.
Howdy do.
I don't know about you, but I sure feel too old to be stood up.
Well, you're not the only one. This is the 4th time that man is canceled. He just found somebody better, that's all.
Oh, Blanche.
Yes, he did. Somebody younger and prettier.
Blanche, it can't be.
Well,
Our city's homeless.
we're screwed.
Did you not just tell my sister that I betrayed her?
It was the only way I could get rid of her. She's a nut, you know.
You see it too?
That's why I was so angry when she told me about that thing she had done to you.
What thing?
You know.
No, I don't.
I think you do.
Said, crunching his chips. Oh, he's dead. Wrong way driver hit him head on. Totally dead, ma'am. Crunch, crunch.
Oh, no.
Puts me on hold and then eats Doritos while he tells me my life is over. Oh, Rose has to tell her. Rose won't eat.
What? Oh, my God. Yes, all right.
What is it?
It's Mario's uncle. Mario has run away.
Oh, no. Well, where would he go?
Well, there's only one place I can think of. I'm going to get dressed and go.
Oh, wait a minute. We'll go with you, Dorothy.
Anybody. So do you love him?
I do, very much.
Well, good, because so do I.
You mean that, Blanche? Because Doug loves me for what I am, not for what he wants me to be or wishes I were.
I guess I deserve that.
I guess you do.
Well, Clay, this is very difficult for me. Yes, but you're ruining ours. You get phone calls at all hours of the night. You have people running in and out of this house, and you don't do a thing to help out around here anymore.
Oh, so that's what this is about. You're just upset because I'm not the old Rose sitting around the house doing things for everybody else.
Now, that's not true.
Yes, it is.
Oh, Rose, honey, we're only thinking of you. Okay?
He pinched me. It's a reflex. He's Italian.
Adesso incominciamo con le cose semplici.
We'll start with the simplest of jobs.
Installare la finestra.
Installing the window.
Could I have a word with you just a minute?
Of course, Blanche.
Listen, I've been talking to those other two contestants over there, the Kaplan brothers, and I have learned some very interesting things. Number one, they have won over $40,000 in cash and prizes on various game shows. Dorothy, I think you and I should team up with them.
Oh, Blanche, that's impossible. That would mean dumping.
Oh, no! No! Don't tell me he met Blanche and slept with her.
Oh, now wait, I'm sure he didn't sleep with Blanche.
Well, how about this picture?
Well, I mean, just because a man is in Blanche's bed doesn't mean... So a guy makes one mistake. I mean, there has to be...
Blanche,
Why? What's wrong?
ask him.
Stan?
I thought Rob was Bob, and I guess I've said something I shouldn't have.
Stan, I'm gonna kill you! Stan, I'm gonna kill you! Do you know what this is?
Yeah, it's a plate I dropped. I was going to pick it up later.
Sophia?
I forgot to give you this letter. Oh, from Sicily. A gift from Cousin Vito.
A feather. That's a message of some kind, isn't it?
What are you babbling about?
Don't play dumb with me, Ma. Everything from Sicily...
Sandra, honey, are you moaning? No, say it slowly. Oh, God, it's raining. Oh, God, it's raining. Oh, God, it's raining!
Lighthouse.
Oh, Ma, what time does Gloria's plane get in?
Oh, she's not taking a plane.
Not taking a plane? Well, that's impossible. I mean, how else would you... Oh, no. Oh, no. You mean...
School diploma for years, but I never had the courage to do it. Now with you teaching, I finally feel comfortable enough to give it a try.
Oh, all right, you can stay. All right, everybody, if you will... Entire life.
But it did turn out to be a lovely Valentine's cruise.
Well, it did not. We never even had to use those condoms.
You didn't? I used every one of mine. Late at night, I filled them with water and threw them at the people in the limbo line. I put my skates on the wrong feet.
Oh.
Sonia Henderfinkins.
Morning, all.
Morning.
Oh, Rose, for God's sake. You look like a giant elf. Can I borrow that sometime?
It was the Crimea River matinee at the Rialto. I'll be back. I'm going to change and I'll make us some tea.
Blanche, would you mind if I spoke to Dorothy privately?
Mind? Why, of course not. And listen, don't you worry. Your secret is safe with me. Wait for my wedding night, honey. I couldn't. I had these urges. You know, in the South, we mature faster. I think it's the heat.
I think it's the gin.
Anyhow, my first was Billy. Oh.
Minute. Why do you always come into a room and say, girls, girls? Do you see Molly Ringwald sitting here?
Well, you're awfully cranky today.
Well, forgive me. My arthritis is bothering me. My Social Security check was late. And I realized today I haven't showered with a man in 22 years.
Mom.
Didn't I tell you tonight was going to be special? There's nothing but beautiful people here.
I'm glad they didn't make us check Dorothy with the coats.
Oh, look, Ma, I think I look pretty damn good tonight. Is it really necessary for you to constantly put me down?
I'm sorry, Pussycat, you're right. Murdered by Charles.
With George, when I'd hear a noise, I'd wake him up, and then he'd take out his gun, and then he'd have to find the bullets, because I'd always hide the bullets. And then when he found the bullets, we'd make love.
Get together tomorrow for lunch. End of story.
Ah,
Oh, Mr. Gordon, Dorothy had a huge, embarrassing crush on him. She was his slave. She graded his papers, did his laundry. Once she even rotated his tires.
But that stroke didn't make you forget a thing, did it?
True.
Well, so much for that theory.
Good evening, Wilfred Whitney Cheswick here. Might this be the home of the widow Petrillo? Well, there you are, Sophia.
Billy, what the hell are you doing here?
I've come to escort you to the
Rising campaign. Buy Italian war bonds, the quickest, surest, fascist way to double your money. Well, let's go.
You want to make a good impression? Matching shoes.
They should match my purse?
No, they should match each other.
You couldn't eat, and without eating, you wouldn't be able to go on a diet, and if you couldn't do that, what will you do for the rest of your life? Was I harsh? Make a pact that we'll always take care of each other, that we'll never desert each other no matter what.
You can count on me,
But
honey.
you think it's going to be that easy getting rid of me, Rose? That was rhetorical, Rose. Oh, but what a comforting thought, knowing you'll never be alone.
And listen, what the...
Please? Oh, don't be mad, Ma.
Get bent. We're gonna cream you.
Yeah,
We're gonna maul you.
yeah,
We're gonna beat you into the ground.
yeah.
Okay, I'll give you a rose and $50 for your dumbest Kaplan brother.
How did you do? You lied to everybody.
You, sir, are nothing but a low-down, carpet-bagging scallywag. And as God is my witness, I will never shampoo your hair again.
And another thing, you'll never what?
Do this.
Well, I guess you know how we all feel, so why don't you just get out of our sight?
Saw it on television. Peter Marshall played this microbiologist on the Love Boat, and he was conducting sinister experiments on the Landers sisters.
My apologies, Rose. For a moment there, I didn't think it had been documented.
You know, what is happening between Sophia and Angela is not unlike an...
That too, Judas.
No, it's me, Rose. So you two found out about this thing too, huh? That's right. Well, let me give you a little friendly advice. You're wasting your time. Because that
Girls, I've got big news. I found something Melissa and I can do together. I have entered her in the Little Miss Miami pageant. And we're a cinch to win, aren't we? Hit it, sweetheart.
Hi, my name's Melissa, and I'm 5 years old.
Now that I'm better, why do you still scream and holler at me?
I'm not sure what was best for you is best for Lily.
Look, you didn't ask for my opinion, but I'm old, so I'm giving it anyway. You want to help your sister? Help her to help herself.
That could be an appetizer.
Well, this is good. This is all food that would have spoiled.
I am so glad that my date with Barry is tomorrow. The fat won't have time to show.
It won't?
No, it always takes a few days before it shows.
Where does it go in the meantime?
Who?
Thor Anderson was the boy who took me to the Valentine's dance my senior year. I asked Thor to take me just to make Charlie jealous. Oh, I feel awful. I used Thor.
You say that like it's something bad.
Blanche, this is serious. I mean, he thinks I cared for him, and
I raised you to have respect for yourself, not be somebody's floozy.
I better go change. Blanche, what should I wear?
Well, if you're going to keep both feet on the floor, something you can pull off over your head.
Miracle worker, I'm an idiot.
Dorothy, you have to stop beating yourself over the head with this.
Right, pussycat. You're not the one who made him drop out, or the one who made him a recluse. You're not the one who made him decide to live his life behind closed doors. You're just the one.
Sophia, when's that food gonna be ready to taste?
Oh, my chip beef is ready.
Oh, well, I was more in the mood for something hot.
Mine's hot.
Well, I was more in the mood for something spicy.
Oh, mine's spicy.
She was more in the mood for somebody that wouldn't test her gag.
Are you? Who did she do this to, Dorothy? What's happening?
Oh, Blanche, don't you see we were supposed to look after her? We knew that she gets hot at weddings. She was counting on us.
You don't look after me when I get hot.
That's because I also have a day job.
Here's the...
I'm busy.
What are you doing?
It's Tuesday night. I'm cleaning out my purse.
Did all that stuff come out of your purse?
No, I was also cleaning out my ears. That's where the phenomen in the rain bonnet came from.
Sophia, why are you in such a bad mood?
Forget your Uncle Morris.
There's a whole school of thought that says he's a wrathful God.
Yeah, well, that would explain your hair. Stanley, pay attention. No date tonight.
Okay, I guess I'll just have to go through my life without you in it.
Stanley, I am in it. We're busy. Blanche, that is terrible. I hope you told him off.
Well, first I was so stunned I didn't know what to say. And then I marched back up to his desk and I looked him straight in the eye and I said, I'll think it over.
Blanche, there is no...
Mom, we'll talk when I get back. Thank you for everything. I love you.
Oh, I love you too. And I love you too, Dennis.
Hey, goodbye, Dorothy.
Oh, listen, don't take any guff from her. Yeah. But take good care of her. Because if you don't, I'll kill you. You know that my job is boring.
Say it, Dorothy, say it.
No, I just feel you should ask more probing questions.
Okie dokie. Let's see. Isn't it a fact that you have a drawer full of retirement home brochures and you're just waiting for the first sign of... Well, car's all packed and I'm ready to go.
Rose, before you go, I just want to give you a little advice. Sometimes in life, you start out down one path. Suddenly, the wind changes direction, and you find yourself swimming upstream, looking for new horizons.
Ma, what the...
Who was the first after Stan?
The divorce lawyer.
How did you know?
It's always the divorce lawyer.
Oh, it was a terrible time for me. You know, I'd gone on an eating binge when Stan left, and I put on quite a bit of weight. Plus, I was not a 20-year-old. You know, when you're 20, how come I get the chair with the wobbly wheels?
Oh, looks like you have a new roommate.
Hi, I'm Bonnie.
Dorothy, glad to meet you. Now, look, my test's finished. I am tired of being probed, poked, and prodded. More men have seen my behind in one day than in my entire life.
They'll be in too.
Rose has taught me...
It's not important.
No, wait, no, I can do this. Rose has taught me...
Let it go.
I need some time with this. Anyway, because of them, I feel that I'm ready to love you. A square knot. Rose taught me... Ma, you know, this is how Imelda Marcus got started with that shoe thing. Now, Ma, what is going on?
I don't know, it makes me feel good. In a strange way, shopping there makes you feel immortal.
I don't follow.
Let's say you buy 20 cases of sardines.
This better be dirty talk?
Well, not Phil, for God's sake.
Dirty talk?
Morning, Sophia.
Morning, Ma.
Sophia.
Morning.
Dirty talk?
Later. There's a man in your bed.
Sophia, there's not.
I've been giving our relationship a great deal of thought lately, and I just think you're a wonderful man. I really do, and I love all the time we spend together. But we do come from two different worlds, you know. So our relationship can only go so far. And that's why I can't go to the banquet with you.
Well,
I'm not buying that. Dorothy uses Chanel No. 5 all the time, and she never attracts men.
What about this painted rock that you put under my bed?
Oh, thank God you found it. This is very special to me.
I just pretend we're having a conversation and casually mention my unparalleled ability to satisfy a man.
But you don't think he's read the men's room wall?
Apparently not. I wonder where Rose is. She said she'd be here.
Morning, Blanche. Morning, Ma. You sleep well?
No, I have that recurring nightmare. You know, the one where I'm in bed with Warren Beatty, and he says, sorry, this is too sick even for me.
Do we have the ingredients for Geflügelburgen?
Come on, Rose, get...
Rose, you don't want to go to France. Is that all that rich food, pigeons everywhere, that corny music? No, listen to me. See America first.
I'm sorry you feel that way. Because I just won a contest, and the prize was a honeymoon trip to Paris worth $50.
Nah, Cesar Chavez, I got hungry.
They're giving you a hard time, too.
Nah, I just can't pick out a decent nectarine. This way they do it for me.
Why don't you just ask for help?
Help? You know who helps old broads like us? Boy Scouts and cartoons. We gotta look after ourselves. They giving you any trouble?
I can't get a...
Boy, we had some great times at the home, didn't we, Ida?
We sure did.
Dorothy, Ida was the best, bar none, at faking an angina attack at dinner, so we could swap our non-fat yogurt for real sour cream. There wasn't a patient at Shady Pines that didn't...
Okay, Blanche, let's go. I found your shoes. They were under Sophia's mattress.
Oh, I didn't think you'd find them that fast.
What's going on, Blanche?
My foot hurts. I think I caught what Dorothy's got.
Better idea.
Hi.
Hi. Well, I guess your friend couldn't work.
Seemed to go against everything she'd been taught.
You're doing beautifully, Rose.
He begged, and by her coffee break, she couldn't stand it anymore. So she pulled the plug, and he died. Well, she was racked with guilt that night. Not only had she parked her car in a doctor's spot. Well, don't look at me.
Rose, you made the reservation.
I know, I just don't want you looking at me.
Look, I'm terribly sorry about the mix-up, but this is not for us. We'd like to leave.
I'm afraid you're with us for the night, ladies. The bus doesn't leave down the mountain till tomorrow morning.
Ladies, may I show you to your room?
Just point.
He's on a roll, and the blue team is leading 300-0.
Oh, shut up, Nyland.
You shut up.
Why don't you both shut up and answer this next question? For 100 points, complete this famous saying, better late than...
And when I make a run for it, he'll riddle my body with bullets. Oh, please don't let them take me downtown. I want to live.
You're not very good in a crisis, are you, Rose?
Dorothy, what are we gonna do?
We'll simply have to explain that this is all a terrible mistake. Officer.
That we must cherish the things he left behind. His movies, his songs.
And his seasonings.
Give me that. You know, this was a mistake.
What's going on?
Oh, Mr. Longfellow got him by mistake. He is not for sale. Isn't that right, Mr. Longfellow?
Yes, it is, Rose.
I tell you, that is not why that highway patrolman was following us.
Blanche, please.
Dorothy? Oh, I thought you were out.
No, we ended the evening early.
You and Glenn have a disagreement?
Yeah, he thinks he should stay married.
You mean it's over?
Look, we just came back to pick
Her father was the only one.
Well, she finally left, didn't she, Sophia?
Yeah, I'll never forget that day. Your father stayed home from work. Unfortunately, I couldn't get the day off. I don't know what he did, but he was happy when I got home.
Since Charlie was a traveling salesman, sometimes I'd be alone. We had to use cotton and fish ointment.
That's nothing. In Sicily, we use a leaf in the river.
No, you never had a baby in Sicily.
I was a baby in Sicily.
Disposable bottles and formula. We had to sterilize our bottles and make our formula.
I nursed. Your brother was...
And Pigpen forgot to put up the sign. And the governor drove straight through town without ever realizing he was in St. Olaf.
I would have thought the glazed look on everyone's face would have tipped them off.
So the point is, Pigpen ruined Founders Day all because he was wasting time.
The farmer takes a wife. The farmer takes a wife.
Such a beautiful bride. Such a lovely church. Such a long walk. Oh, God, my hamstring. I've blown out my hamstring. No, I'm okay.
Tell us all about the big weekend.
And don't leave out a thing. I want you to start with the sweet nothings he whispered in your ear.
Well, okay. First, he said that I was a very attractive woman.
Yeah.
And then he said I was fun to be with.
Yeah. And then it will generate a little interest.
Oh, Blanche, it's a terrific idea.
That's a terrific idea.
We're going to hire an Elvis impersonator for our next club meeting.
Dorothy, if you were picking out an Elvis impersonator, how would you pick a good one?
I'd thump on his belly and see if he's right. How the hell should I know? And why the hell should I care?
Sorry.
Sorry? I do not believe this. You know, I kept telling myself to stay open to this, that you were just such a special guy who happened to be sitting down. I was actually starting to feel love for you, Dad. I thought you were noble. Never dawned on me.
Open potatoes without burning your fingers.
No, it can't be done.
It can be done. For only $12.95, over 500,000 Zabornis have already been sold. Call this toll-free number now. Remember, with the Zaborni, a day without potatoes is unnecessary.
It's like hotel soap.
Oh, excuse me, we're here to pick up our friend. Are they doing some tests before they let her go?
Rose Nyland? I'm sorry to have to tell you this, but she went into cardiac arrest. They're prepping her for surgery.
Coffee, anyone?
That must be Stan.
I'll get it.
Oh, Blanche. Blanche, why do they do it? Why do men do it and think they can get away?
Your friend, Rose Nyland. P.S. Don't call the president in the afternoon. I hear that's when he takes naps.
Honey, that was really beautiful. It's a shame. With the possible exception of Mrs. Stouffer. Enjoy your shot.
Dorothy, why don't I just show Angela where she'll be staying?
Good idea. You get yourself settled and then we can catch up on family.
Okay. You know, Dorothy, Blanche here could be the identical twin of your cousin Apollonia. Apollonia was a stunningly beautiful woman.
Oh, sick and crazy. And to know what I have and that there are a lot of other people who have the same thing.
I don't like the name. I think you ought to have a better name.
Well, that's what Dr. Chang said. Chronic fatigue syndrome makes it sound like I'm just a tired person when it is so much more than that.
I figured just as soon as the doctor gets
Yeah, but
here.
Kirsten lives an hour away from here. We don't want Rose to be alone now.
I'm sorry, those are the rules. But don't worry, your friend is in stable condition.
So why can't we see her?
I said family only.
Look, you have never met this woman's family. They live in a place called St. Olaf.
Remember, Dorothy, you need to grab $500 to beat the blue team and get a chance at what's behind the window. Ready? She's all ready to grab that dough!
Now, girls, listen. Remember, the way to make make a deal is we state our price, stick to our guns, and undo another button on our blouses.
Watch that. Oh, her roommate, the human Slinky.
Shut up, Claxton.
Were there any other faces recognizable on those pictures?
You shut up too, Ed.
Stop wasting. Gonna keep on smiling.
Rose, you're sick as a dog. How could you be so disgustingly cheerful?
It's my folks' medicine book. It has the most wonderful hot toddy recipe. Here, taste.
Rose, this stuff should have an octane rating. I brought back lovely memories, but I'm not the same woman you walked out on 2 years ago. I mean, my whole life has changed, and quite frankly, I like the way it is. The fact that I'm on my own now,
God, Dorothy, are you saying you won't take me back?
Well, we could never have things the way we used to have, Stan.
I'm really touched. I'm also soaking wet. All right, one group hug, and let's hit the road.
What about us?
Blanche, this is the way baseball works. It's time for me to move on.
But we make such a great team.
We've had some good times, but I gotta do this.
Fine. You gotta move on? Move on. But let me tell you something, mister. I haven't taught you half of what I know.
Go to all this trouble, Rose. This is, delicious.
Even the eyes. Have you tried those eyes?
Oh, no! You ate the tail before we had a chance to make a wish.
Oh, I'm sorry, Rose. I couldn't help myself. It was all so delicious.
All right, thank you. Thank you for the soda. I guess we're even. This fight was my fault. Yesterday was yours.
Yesterday?
Hey, if you're... I'm gonna be dead in 24 hours. Couldn't you stay in the closet for one more day?
Rose, what are you doing here?
Oh, Rose, it doesn't wear white gloves and work at Disneyland. We're talking about a rodent.
Oh, I'm calling the exterminator.
Oh, no, don't! A mouse saved my life once. His name was Larry. Larry the mouse. Oh, I loved Larry. Gonna have a baby.
And if it's a boy, she can name it after its father, Rick, Joe, Bob, Don, Dave.
I don't get it. We've done everything to get them in the mood. Music, soft lighting. What else can...
around here? And besides, you have your own friends, don't you?
Well, I've sort of lost touch with my new beach friends. Well, that's okay. I'm a loner. A rebel. Wow, I can't believe I'm actually living right on the beach.
Girls, don't you just love our hotel?
Oh, it's so much nicer than those big chains. How did you find it, Blanche?
Well, it was in our price range, and it was near the beach, and it had the most men hanging out in the lobby.
I think we better go. We don't want to keep Bert waiting.
Wait a minute now. You all look beautiful.
Oh, thank you.
Well, David, what are you doing here?
I'm going back to Dallas tonight, but before I leave, there's something I have to know.
Oh, come on in. Y'all go on, I'll meet you there.
He really doesn't want to do.
Well, so what? Maybe you were responsible, but it got him up off his duff. What's wrong with that?
Absolutely the best thing for him. And the best thing for you, Rose. Listen, have you even considered taking him up on his offer?
Oh, no, I couldn't. I have responsibilities.
Rose, haven't you ever done anything to...
Well, it's the reason I'm here.
I knew it. I knew you had a reason. Better be a good one.
I'm dying.
What?
I'm dying.
You rude person!
Go easy on him, Rose.
Ladies, as long as we're stuck with each other, let me give you a piece of friendly advice. Buzz off.
Beat it.
Yeah, scram.
Snowball. You start out with one little harmless lie, and then you have to tell another one to cover up the first. And then another, and another. You know what I mean? And then before long, you've got an entire snowman built out of lies. Dorothy. Damn it, there is just nothing funny about that clown-fearing mama's boy.
He is not a mama's boy, and to prove it, he has agreed to bring his mother over here tomorrow afternoon so he can stand up to her in front of me.
Good for you, Blanche. But if confronting Mrs. Kennedy doesn't work, the three of you must... A hand puppet, Rose.
Honey, I am so sorry.
I knew you shouldn't have gone to Columbia University. It's in New York City, for heaven's sake. A subway runs right through it. You want to go to college where there are green lawns and willow trees and young men
accidentally hurt one another. And there are going to be times when we accidentally steal large sums of money. I didn't. Now I want to see you two kiss and make up.
Well, this is silly, Rose.
Just do it.
I have no recollection of Dreyfus since last Thursday.
I have no recollection, period, since last Thursday. Anything could have happened in 3 days. I just hope I'm not carrying Steve Garvey's baby. Doorbell.
Morning, Miss Bornak. Can we come in?
Well, I don't know, Kevin. Can you?
We're talking about the aliens from outer space.
Oh, those aliens. Get out, both of you.
Dorothy, now have a heart. Rose and I rented that movie Aliens, and it just scared us half to death.
Scared me, too. That Sigourney Weaver's a sweet girl, but she really shouldn't go without makeup.
I don't have time for that.
One afternoon, I thought I saw Pat Sajak riding side saddle on a dolphin.
I'm gonna get something to eat.
Oh, yeah, good idea. There's that salad in the fridge.
Sophia? No, I have to finish this. Knit 1, purl 2.
5, 6, 7, 8.
Wonderful news. The contractor says he can start building the hot tub tomorrow.
Oh, this is so exciting. So, Blanche, you must be paying extra to get a building permit that quickly.
Hey, I'll tell you one thing. The damn government isn't going to see 1 red cent of my money.
But
Oh, Ma, I hate it when you're right, and I guess I knew you were right all along.
what are you going to do, Dorothy?
Well, I'll have to have a talk with Eddie. I mean, it is obvious that this relationship has to taper off. All right, I'll end it.
1934, I was thinking, boy, am I blessed to have such a precious 2-year-old in my life.
Oh, look, here's one of us on a bicycle built for two.
I'll never forget that spring day in 1940. I was thinking...
Ma, you're making this up!
Of course I am. How the hell should I remember?
Is that where that comes from?
Well, I better be on my way. It's my day to get groceries. Oh, God, I hate going to the supermarket.
Well, Rose, if you'd stop playing express line detective, people would stop yelling at you.
Oh, I see. So when you're standing in line reading...
That pizza was delicious.
The best.
There's still one piece left. Who wants it?
I do.
I do. Oh, well, I can split it 3 ways.
What am I supposed to do, lick the box?
Ma, you don't like store-bought pizza.
Nick, bursting a child's balloon so that he'll learn about the harshness of life early, pointing out what's wrong with the world rather than what's right about it.
That sounds good. Where can we sign up for that group?
Dorothy, you're a very negative person.
Peep hours are over, ladies. Everybody will have to leave. Well, where do you think you're going?
You said everybody.
Get back in bed.
Take care, darling. Bye-bye. Good night, pussycat. We see you first thing in the morning, honey.
I hope I can say the same thing.
And nothing happens. It's time you found yourself a woman now. What is the matter with you?
Tell her, Clayton.
I will, Rose.
Tell me what?
Well, I ran into Rose in the park, and we had a long...
Can lose their looks.
Not in Sicily. In Sicily, if you're born beautiful, you stay beautiful. The whole town sees to it. They check up on you, they encourage you, they never let you slip. That's why we were so happy when Dorothy was born.
Oh, Ma.
Who needed all those people bothering us all the time?
See ya.
I don't think that would be a very good idea right now.
What did the doctor say?
He said that the next few hours were very crucial and that even if she makes it, she may need a lot of physical therapy, and her insurance doesn't really cover that, and I don't know what we're gonna do.
Don't you worry about Spawn. Are you just getting in?
No, Blanche. I got up early and went jogging in a park with a really strict dress code. Now, if you'll excuse me, I need some coffee.
What's the number of the police station?
Is anything wrong, Sophia?
Nah, I just want to find out. What's your point?
You didn't lose it, Ma. You just said you did so you could keep it.
Absolutely not. Not in a million years. I swear on my life I don't have it.
Do you want me to turn you upside down and shake you?
You're bluffing.
Okay, have it your way.
Here. I'm sorry, pussycat.
Blanche, what happened? Blanche, she's in there.
Really, Columbo?
Yes. I love you.
Thank you.
And you?
I care for you.
You care for me?
Yes, very much. I probably should have said that sooner. Well, let's go get some sleep now.
All you have to do is find a rhyme for orange. What rhymes with orange?
Cheesecake?
Orange cheesecake. Orange cheesecake. I suppose that could work.
I meant to eat, Rose.
How come you're not walking at the piano?
We're blocked.
I've been having good luck with Tank, immediately followed by a granola bar.
How much?
$2. Get wild. Treat yourself.
Give you $1.50.
What does this look like, Baghdad? Get the hell out of here.
No, that's no way to sell things.
Fire.
They loved her ideas. They said I should use them. I said no. They said you're fired.
Look, it was never my intention for anything like this to happen. I'll go down first thing in the morning and talk to him.
Come on, honey, sit down. Now, don't worry. If Dorothy says she'll get your job back, that's exactly what she's going to do.
Well, I guess it's worth a shot.
So, kids, what's going on?
Well, Doc, I have some news. I sort of slept with Dorothy's sister.
Hey, you're off the monkey. Mazel tov.
Oh, my miserable, no good lowlife. You told me your mama was having surgery.
She is.
Blanche, please let me explain. Why? So you can make up some cockamamie story about how you're just two ships that passed in the night and it'll never happen again? Save your breath. I've heard all that before.
You have?
Yes, you know, with the city's new toll booth. But before he could step out of the way, he was run over by 10 Shriners on mini bikes who just happened to have the exact change.
So many of our great leaders have gone that way.
There's a story in the paper about the party tonight.
Really?
You won't talk.
Oh, honey, what is it?
All day long, Blanche has been giving me looks. I think she's really mad.
Look, Rose, what happened between you and Clayton last night is your business, not Blanche's.
But that's just the point, Dorothy. Nothing happened between Clayton and me. Nothing physical, anyway.
I think you're going to have to feed Buster for a while. Goodbye, Rose. And when you see me at work, don't say good morning, don't leave me those cheery notes, and please don't put on those little puppet shows over the partition. In fact, don't ever think of me again.
Aren't you, Mr. Weinstein?
Since 1967.
Let's go.
Sophia, Esther would have appreciated you being here.
I love that woman. She was the best, which is why she deserved a better husband instead of a miserable, no-good, low-life sleazeball.
No, we're all out.
All right, I want an answer, and I want it now. Which one of you has been dipping into my Vicks Vapor Rub?
I took it, and my chest was already completely coated. No, thanks. I'd rather earn it.
You at Benihana after class?
Rose. You never graduated from high school?
Not a man. I'll never tell.
The ones who are happy for no apparent reason. George, my life is empty.
Why don't you get a job?
Well, you know, I was thinking of that. I could go back to show business.
Renee, you were the legs in the dancing cigarette box.
But he loved me. I brought joy to people.
That just drives me absolutely crazy. Well, maybe it's the warmth of all of that red, hot, sweaty flannel set against the austere coldness of those black patent leather jackboots. Maybe it's because those rosy cheeks and twinkling eyes bespeak a passion.
You know, Dorothy, I think we're missing a whole box of slides. They must be in the suitcase in the closet.
Well, I'll take a look. Mom, where are you going?
I can't stand it anymore. Your life is supposed to flash before your eyes, but...
In fact, except for the ring that you're wearing, nothing that you brought in here is worth anything.
How much for the ring?
$800.
Oh, I couldn't pawn this.
$900.
Take it, Dorothy.
No, I couldn't. This is the only nice thing that Stan ever gave me.
$1,000.
It's also the... Wait a minute. What's that?
Oh, I'm sorry. I know it's awful, but I have this incredible sweet tooth.
What is it?
Cheesecake.
What kind?
Chocolate.
Oh, I think this could be the beginning of a beautiful friendship. And hidden honeymoon hideaway in the Poconos.
Where every cottage is April in Paris.
And every bathroom, Calcutta in July.
Do you remember how I convinced you to let me back into bed?
No.
I've got a crush on you.
Oh, darling, I'll be ready to go in just a minute. I had Hannah do my makeup while my pedicure was drying, so all I have to do is change my shoes. Wait a minute. What are you doing?
I think I'm dying. But then again, this 104 fever may be clouding my judgment.
You know what I do when I need a shot of self-esteem?
Yeah, you put on that dopey "it's okay to be me" sweatshirt. Go lock yourself in the bathroom and then like a moron kiss yourself silly in the mirror.
And I guess I'll be back in there again tonight.
Oh, Sophia, do you know any better?
Then how do you explain this money?
What are you, a treasury agent? It's circumstantial evidence. Hello? Oh, Rocco, we were just talking about you. A funny thing just happened. We found thousands of dollars in your bag, and, well, we were kind of wondering where it came from.
So-so. No, again, that was not mine. They sell bumper stickers out of the Thimble Museum. So, Rose, how about tomorrow night? Dinner at the usual, huh? And, you know, we've been putting off that trip to Zipper.
Can you guess what my decision is?
You're becoming Irish?
No. I'm becoming a clown. A full-time circus clown.
How do I look? How do I sound? Is my breath bad? What's jiggling?
Well, let's see.
Oh, and
It wasn't such a bad thing to do. The stuff tasted great, and Salvador decided to market it. At first, it didn't move so well. Linguine with ear salve on a menu doesn't look too appetizing. But once he changed the name to pesto sauce, it moved like hotcakes.
Ma, you're making...
There is no sound in this world sweeter than a bull's moo as it climbs an octave.
Did you win?
No, lost by a hair.
I admired you after that.
Well, I still think Blanche is making a terrible mistake.
And what mistake might that be, pray? Trusting that her two best friends won't badmouth her behind her back?
Oh, honey, that's not it. We're a family with it.
Same reason a dog licks himself, Dorothy. Because he can.
Where's Stan?
That wasn't Stan at the door.
Oh, who was it?
Now, Dorothy, just stay calm. Just relax and don't do anything you'll be...
That's beautiful, absolutely breathtaking. That looks like something you'd see on a calendar in a muffler shop.
Oh, go on. Do you really think that's right for Miles? He's never seen that side of me before.
You mean the wanton rose? The harlot?
Cast out at the world of wool.
Oh, girls, for the first time in my life, my body feels old. I feel like I can't do the same things I used to.
Rubber woman couldn't do the same things you used to.
Honey, it's only natural.
No fear, I had to talk to her the last time.
Blanche, not to doubt your stamina, but don't you think those men are going to be bored?
Oh, of course not. Dorothy, tonight's a full moon. A night when men's passions, like the tides, are pulled to their highest... Good night, pussycat.
You came. I said I would. Come in. Come in and sit down. I have something to show.
It's only for a couple of hours more.
I can't do it. I mean, pretending we're married, acting as though nothing happened, it's making me crazy.
It's time to take my heart medicine.
You need a glass of water to take your pill?
No pills. I take a shot of scotch at 12 years old if you got it.
Uncle Angelo, I have a confession to make.
Has anyone ever told you you look exactly like Jerry Vale?
No.
They should. He's the only man in the world that can make the hair on my arms stand up.
And she can stay here until we find her a place.
Well, that sounds wonderful. I mean, if nobody minds.
Mind? Why should we mind? Dorothy, could I see you in the living room for a moment? Are you out of your mind?
What?
Dorothy, I may be a lot of things, but naive is not one of them. Face it, your friend Jean is seeing a married man.
Blanche, that is absolutely uncanny.
I wasn't born yesterday.
You know, your grandma feels real bad about everything. What do you say we forgive her?
You know, you remind me so much of your mother. Dorothy, I'm about done with this side of the family tree. I think you have the papers there from the Roque marriage.
Oh, yeah, wait a minute. Oh, yeah, here. Walker Roque married Rosalind Roque, 1861. Rosalind was from... Uh-oh.
What?
Oh, my God, they've bonded.
Hey!
What are you doing?
We were going to watch the Nun story. I've never seen it before.
Oh, she leaves the convent in the end. Here it is. Ironside.
Thanks. All right, I'm going. Here, Dorothy, you throw this out. I'll push a car around the front.
All right, let's see. Who's next? Number 43?
How on earth did you know that, Sophia? Wild guess.
Mine was Larry Raganetti. Oh, how I loved him. He was gorgeous. He left me for Cookie Kelly. She kissed with her mouth open.
Well, why didn't you kiss with your mouth open, Dorothy?
I'm confused.
Honey, you think you're confused? Take a look at our horn section.
Then Renee calls up and says she's got herself an agent. Oh, nice! Not nice, Oliver. She's been in New York 6 days. Now she's got an agent who says she's perfect for commercials. And who knows what the hell she's going to do.
Wouldn't it be funny?
He's our shoe repair guy. I told him you're dying to go out with him.
Errol, I'm sorry you made the trip for nothing. My mother refuses to accept the fact that I am getting married in 3 days.
So, what are you doing tonight?
Goodbye, Errol. Mom! Rose, did you catch that?
I sure did, my friend. Darn girdle. The man refuses to curse.
Blanche, if you're going to insist on contradicting every opinion I have, I won't allow...
Ma, that is not funny.
Are you kidding? It's a riot. I pulled once on old man Peterson after we saw Psycho at the home. They had said he would never walk again.
Once I understood that that's what you were supposed to do. It wasn't some colossal joke, you know. I mean, didn't you think it was a ridiculous thing to do the first time?
No. Well, I certainly didn't. Pussycat, I'm going out with my friends. Can you give me some money?
What happened to the money I gave you last night?
Let's see. $10 went for cover charge, $10 went for a round of drinks, and the other 10 went into the G-string of a very cute male dancer named Miss...
You again, how have you been?
A little lonely, but I'm better now.
Oh, that's sweet.
I cannot believe how much I've missed this little girl.
This guy is growing antlers.
I guess I better say goodnight. I had a very nice...
या मातीच्या कणाकणा हरेकाच्या मना मना या मातीच्या कणाकणा हरेकाच्या मना मना माझं भीमाचं नाव गाजतंय माझ्या भीमाचं नाव गाजतंय ते अशोक चक्र बोलतंय रथसती रंगावरती डोलतंय ते अशोक चक्र बोलतंय रथसती रंगावरती डोलतंय माझ्या भीमानी एकच पेटविल्या अंधार मनात वाटी माझ्या भीमाच्या विद्वत्तेच आता जगही गुणगान गाती माझ्या भीमाने एकच पेटविल्या अंधार मनात वाटी माझ्या भीमाच्या विद्वत्तेच आता जगही गुणगान गाती फुटा फुटात पाहुनी माझ्या भीमाला म्हणून आता लाजतोय कसा म्हणून आता लाजतोय ते अशोक चक्र बोलतय रकस तिरंगावरती डोलतय ते अशोक चक्र बोलतय रकस तिरंगावरती डोलतय जीवनाचं सोनं इथेच माझ्या अभिमान मान सन्मानाचं जिन त्यानं दिलं अतिश्रमान जीवनाचं सोनं इथेच माझा अभिमान मान सन्मानाचं जिन त्यानं दिलं अतिश्रमान त्याच्या संघर्षातून आज हा सारा समाज आता सजतोय हा समाज आता सजतोय ते अशोक चक्र बोलतय रकस तिरंगावरती डोलतय ते अशोक चक्र बोलतय रकस तिरंगावरती डोलतय देशहितासाठी भीमराव कधीच नाही हो थकला स्वाभिमानी भीमाचा मनका पुन्हा पुढे तो नाही झुकला देशहितासाठी भीमराव कधीच नाही हो थकला स्वाभिमानी भीमाचा मनका पुन्हा पुढे तो नाही झुकला संविधान देशाचं भीमकरणीने शुभम साजतोय आता शुभम साजतोय ते अशोक चक्र बोलतय रकस तिरंगावरती डोलतय ते अशोक चक्र बोलतय रकस तिरंगावरती डोलतय मातीच्या कणा कणा हरे काचा मना मना माझ्या भीमाचं नाव गाजतय माझ्या भीमाचं नाव गाजतय ते अशोक चक्र बोलतय रकस तिरंगावरती डोलतय ते अशोक चक्र बोलतय रकस तिरंगावरती डोलतय ते अशोक चक्र बोलतय रकस तिरंगावरती डोलतय ते अशोक चक्र बोलतय रकस तिरंगावरती डोलतय
you.